lights illuminate. Are we ready to go racing? And we are off racing. Looking at Muglada right now on P1. She's got a clean straight and she's riding straight down, followed by Febrin Shah. First corner as they approach. All riders are in one big pack. Hopefully no incidents will take place, Army, at turn 1.
Yes, it's a good start by Muglada Sarapwech, and she's now leading after the first corner. It's very important in racing to be in front after the first corner. But followed closely behind, I believe that is Muhammad Febrin Shah and also Hiroki Nakamura.
Well, looks like Muglada is trying to keep it straight and she wants to actually pull away from the pack, but at the early stage right now, we just started the race. Muglada is still in front as they wait for them to come across the time speed trap and cross the start-finish line. But looking at it, Harmy, all bikes are same. It's going to be difficult to actually spot out who's riding who. But unless you know the helmet colors and
there will be a challenge for us. But we'll just look at the number in front. That's number 18. That's Muglada Sarapwech, and number 1. That's Hiroki Nakamura from Japan, right behind Muglada Sarapwech. And there goes number 7. That is Yusuke Nakamura, who made his move early on.
Out of nowhere from the second row of the grid, looks like there's going to be some position change as he crosses the start-finish line. Looks like Nakamura has earned himself some track position to put himself in the top 3 runners of at this point of the race.
Well, we're still early in the race, but normally in ADC, there will be a front group. You can see right now, they're starting to form a group in front, so it will be around 8 or 9 riders, or I believe it's more, in the front group. It's trying to make their move now.
But Yusuke is pulling away.
Yeah,
Yusuke is pulling away from the group, Harvey. That's fantastic. As he pulls away, it's going to be a bit difficult for the rest of the riders to catch up with him if they don't put any effort at this point. Otherwise, it's going to be his lonely race to the checkered flag in race 1. But I beg to differ. I spoke too soon, Harvey.
I doubt that, because in this ADC, we know that they're going to be very close to each other. And watch out for Sarapwech, who made her move right now, and she was there in front, but now back in front is number 1.
Hiroki Nakamura.
Yes, Hiroki Nakamura now leading the race.
The two Nakamuras actually taking it out on each other on track. Unbelievable, fantastic there as we see these riders jostling position. Track position has not changed pretty much, but Yusuke Nakamura is number 1. Febrin Shah is maintaining his P2 following the pack. Muglada is number 3 and Hiroki Nakamura in P4.
This is going to get where things going to get interesting, because with 9 laps to go, and we can see that they are forming one huge group in front there. I believe there will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 10 riders in front. Not much separating them. They are now side by side in front. That is Nakamura, Febrin Shah, Sarapwech, and Hiroki Nakamura. Oh, there's a crash behind.
Oh dear. We shall wait for our camera crew to actually get back on that. Anything is possible, but looking at the timesheet, Yusuke Nakamura clocked 1 minute 53. That's not too far off from the qualifying time, which they were clocking between the 1 minute 51s. So 2 seconds just apart, and probably as the bike gets lighter towards the track, we'll try to get some visual on what actually took place at the back of the track. But in front of the grid right now
is the bike number 10. That is Muhammad Febrin Shah from Indonesia, as we mentioned earlier. That the knowledge of the track, being a rider from Indonesia, that will give him some advantage. And as I speak, that's bike number 1, that's Hiroki Nakamura, just passed him to lead the race right now. We're going to see every corner, in every lap, they will keep on changing leader. It's the top 4 or 5 riders.
Looking at the Indian riders, Hari Krishnan, also Sedu Rajiv, 16, 17 changes when they pass the start finish line. Febrin Shah 1, Muglada 2nd, Hiroki Nakamura 3rd. No changes for Yusuke Nakamura's position. Zhao Zhengchen Jun has earned himself position by going in P5 from China.
Okay, now we have 6 riders in Group 1. Now separating themselves from the others. That is the Muhammad Febrin Shah, Muglada Sarapwech, Hiroki Nakamura, Yusuke Nakamura, Zhao Zheng Jun Ji, and Koko Masaru Tadachi from the Philippines. And still very close.
Looks like Yusuke has taken the lead right now at this point.
Yeah, but we're still early. We still have 8 laps to go, and this is where your strategy will play a part. Whether you want to follow the front group or you want to to be the leader and to pull everybody else, because to be far in front, to run away from this group is quite difficult, because their skills is almost the same, their bike of course identical, so it's going to be difficult for them to pull away. So this is where your strategy, your own strategy will play an important part.
Looks like the crash was involved earlier on with Hari Krishnan from India, because he did not cross the start-finish line. So we're still yet to get any confirmation from the race officials on his condition and what actually happened. We get a replay, will be absolutely fantastic. But having said that, talking about strategy and the wear and tear of tyre, how, Harmi? What's the decision?
Well, that's the thing that they have to calculate. The riders have to calculate themselves the usage of tyre. From the inside, that is bike number 1. That is Hiroki Nakamura made his move in front of bike number 10, Muhammad Firbin Shah.
So these 3 riders are pretty much dominating the front of the pack right now. Buklada, we've got Yusuke Nakamura P1, Muhammad Firbin Shah number 10, Hiroki Nakamura number 3, no changes. Coco has actually earned himself 1 position, P4 right now. Buklada's dropped to 5th spot right now in this race.
You can see that Firbin Shah is there in front with the group. While changing a leader with Hiroki Nakamura and Muklada Sarapwech, and like I said just now, this is the exact thing happened last year here in Central, and also 2 years ago during the first year of ADC. They will be very close to each other. Well, don't get fooled by the leader, because it might be someone else winning the race at the end of 10 laps.
But having said that, all credit to Muklada is trying to keep up. And will she be able to take back the P1 which she earned during qualifying? Because I don't think she's going to let that go easily. And this is the battle for P1 indeed. Muklada right in front, followed by, we've got Yusuke Nakamura and Hiroki Nakamura, the brothers. I mean, they're not brothers, but they share the same last name, aren't we?
Okay, they are, well, the time that that's set by Muklada Sarapwech in qualifying, 1 minute 51.312 seconds, only a 100 of second in front of Firbin Shah. We have 3 riders, Sarapwech, Firbin Shah, and Hiroki Nakamura, who set in 1 minute 51 seconds. So they are the riders that we are watching now. There's number 10, Firbin Shah, number 1, Hiroki Nakamura, and number 18, Muklada Sarapwech. But the other riders are not very far behind them. So they are now lurking and looking at the riders in front, waiting any mistake from those riders in front for them to make their move.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Harmi, because one small slip up in front of the pack might just jeopardize their track position and send all 4 riders, front runners, out of the track, which could give a back runner a chance to be on the podium.
Yes, indeed. With 6 laps to go, and we still have a huge group in front. And now it's the turn of bike number 7, just now we saw, but it is back to back bike number 10. That is Firbin Shah leading the race in front of Sarapwech, Muklada Sarapwech, and there you go number 7, there is Yusuke Nakamura and Hiroki Nakamura.
Looks like a whole lot of musical chairs are taking place right in front. We got Yusuke Nakamura, Muklada, we got Firbin Shah and Hiroki Nakamura. These 4 riders up front are actually taking turns by leading the pack. But only one man or one lady will appear triumphant to the end of the race. With 6 more laps to go, we're just looking all eyes on bike rider number 1, Hiroki Nakamura.
Interestingly, the fastest rider on track is Hafiz Nur Azman from Malaysia. He's 7 in this group. There you go, bike number 2 with 1 minute 52.256 seconds.
If only he could keep up that pace and improve his track position, he might just end up on the podium himself if he keeps on clocking that time around the circuit.
As we can see now, we have one huge group, and now they are forming back to be one, because we have 4 riders who try to break away from that group, but the group behind is closing down, and they are forming back to be one huge group. And still we have Yusuke Nakamura, that is the bike number 1, Hiroki Nakamura, Sarapwech, and then Yusuke Nakamura, and bike number 10, Muhammad Firbin Shah. Is pretty much the top 4 riders now. Keep on changing a leader for the race, but do not forget the group behind them. It's very close. As you can see, the different, we have 7 riders less than a second between them.
Wow, as this cross the start-finish line with 5 laps to go. Muklada, P1, Hiroki Nakamura, Yosuke Nakamura, Muhammad Fibrin Shah, and Koko Mashaharu. Top 5 riders all battling it out for that top 3 spots of the podium. Having said that, Muklada has got no title to her name, and she is actually making a presence felt and putting on the pressure on Hiroki Nakamura, because she is not going to let it go that easy for him.
She's a very experienced rider, having raced in ADC 2 years ago, and last year he's also racing in other championship. Coming back to ADC this year with her experience and well, that shows on the track right now, because he's right there in front with Hiroki and Yusuke Nakamura together with Praveen Shah.
If you're just joining us, this is race 1 of the Asia Dream Cup for the round 2 of the Petronas Asia Road Racing Championship.
Yeah, for the Asia Road Racing Championship, and that is bike number 7. Bike number 7 is there. Is the Yusuke Nakamura. Is currently in front. So we are watching now. They are forming one huge group. One big group in front. And bike number 7, 18, bike number 1, and bike number 10. Pretty much the top 4. But watch out for bike number 4. There's Arshad Rusdi from Singapore is already making his move there, together with Hafiz Nur Azman, bike number 2 from Malaysia.
If only one rider is going to be able to pull away from this pack, that would make his or her day on the top spot of the podium, but that is not quite going to happen. Hiroki Nakamura, we've got Muklada just breathing down his neck as they take one more lap before they complete this lap, with 4 more laps to go right after this, Harmi.
Yes, indeed. We still have 5 more laps to go, halfway through the race, and we still cannot separate between these top 4 or top 6 now. Now we have top 4 that are side by side
on the straight.
Yes.
As they approach the first corner at the end of this straight, let's see who will take the inner part of the circuit and P1. Oh, it looks like none other than Muklada. She made it felt right there.
Yes, by that number 10, Praveen Shah, because it's quite difficult for us, because in one corner we have Muklada Sarapwes in front, but the next that is number 10, Praveen Shah. So really your guts and your skill will separate these riders, and especially coming out from the final corner of the race, going to the checkered flag, that will determine the winner.
Well, definitely a nail-biting situation as these riders always pass the start-finish line. 4 riders side by side, shoulder to shoulder. Anything is possible. One small slip-up and it's game over.
Yes,
did I just rhyme?
Yes, as you can see now, the group, they are looking at each other now thinking what the next rider will do. With 4 laps to go, it's either you are the leader and pulling the group, or you are one of them inside the group and then waiting for the right moment, but you don't want to be in the middle of the group coming out from the final corner.
Looks like Arshad Rushidi has actually earned himself a position. Rider with bike number 4 out of nowhere from the back of the pack, and now he decides to join for contention for a spot on the podium, Harmi.
Whereas he come from the Arshad Rusdi
from
Singapore. And now we are from the inside while he's protecting his lead from the Muhammad Praveen Shah. And still, Arshad Rusdi leading the race, 4 laps to go.
Unbelievable performance there with Arshad Rusdi from out of the back. He's in front, but nevertheless, as they pass the start-finish line, Praveen Shah 1. We've got Yusuke Nakamura as they approach the first corner once again. These positions will just change. So what you see on track right now, they've gained a track position, but all this will change before the end of the race, with only 3 more laps remaining, Harmi.
Well, this is going to be very, very interesting indeed. Well, we see that the top 4 is still there. Bike number 7, number 10, bike number 1, and also number 18. But as you can see, bike number 4 also gaining to be in front. That's Arshad Rusdi. One rider is already down, yes, off the track.
We get some confirmation on which rider is exactly. But looks like if there's any last tricks up her sleeve, Muklada has got to pull it out right now with 3 more laps remaining and try to peel herself away from this pack. But well, if she manages to do this right now at this point of the race, 3 more laps, but approach the start-finish line once again, we shall see. This could actually determine the outcome of this race.
Well, not normally we'll see that this one huge group now battle for P1, and this is where things gets interesting, and it's getting more coming to the final 2 laps of the race.
It'll definitely be a fairy tale finish for Muklada if she managed to get the top spot of the podium from pole to P1. Believe it or not, top spot of the podium. Looking right now for battle of P1.
But we see we have bike number 7 there, that is Yusuke Nakamura, now leading the previous lap and protecting his lead very well from Muklada Sarapwest, trying to come from the outside of the corner, and still Yusuke Nakamura still lead the race.
He's not going to let it go that easy with only 2 more laps remaining as these riders once again cross the home stretch. We've got Yusuke Nakamura, Mohammad Fibrin Shah, Muklada P3. We've got Hiroki Nakamura from Japan, Ashwat Rushdi is a P5. But once again, Harmy, as we approach first bend,
well,
number 7,
yes,
Yusuke.
yes, again we see the penultimate lap of the race, and we have 7 riders now in between a second, and so any one of them can win the race here in race 1 today. So it's gonna be very, very difficult to see who will win the race, and it's gonna be very interesting to see who managed to win the race. From the inside, that's Hafizul Azman also making his move from the inside, and we have number 4 there is Archat Rusdi and Koko Masharu from the Philippines also in that group.
It's now or never, where all these 5 riders in front of the pack. Rider bike number 7, Yusuke Nakamura. We've got Mohammad Fibrin Shah, Muklada, Hiroki Nakamura, and Ashwat Rushdi. All 5 riders up in front. That white stretch on track right now was something happened earlier on, but this is it, Harmy.
Yes, a few laps we can see there's 2 riders, that is Yusuke Nakamura and Muklada Sarapwest. Now they are battling for P1 in front there, but I think that the rest of the group there, they are looking and then waiting any mistake done by the 2 riders in front. That's Fibrin Shah, there you go, that third behind Muklada Sarapwest, and also Yusuke Nakamura trying to get from the inside of Muklada Sarapwest. Now they are coming to the front straight, now going to the final lap of the race.
Well, looks like Muklada is not going to let it go. She's going to push it till the final whistle. No, we're not watching football, but till the checkered flag, that is Harmy. And looking at Fibrin Shah, he's done himself well on this track. But Yusuke Nakamura doesn't seem to be giving up that easy. Once again, it's cross the start-finish line for the final lap.
It's the final lap. This is it. This is the battle between the top 7 riders to be on the podium today. And still now he's back to bike number 1. That's Hiroki Nakamura. Oh! Over for Nakamura there.
We spoke too soon. That is pretty much game over, believe it or not.
And there is Fibrin Shah also.
That one mistake from the front of the pack caused all these damage, which means, oh my goodness, what an upsetting last lap is going to be. And Harmy,
well, we have a different leader now. That's Nakamura, and also Muklada is also out from that group, if I'm not mistaken. And we have bike number 2. It's Afin Nur Azman, bike number 4, Arshad Rusdi in front.
We take a look at what happened. Looks like Yusuke Nakamura made a slip up, and that caused the damage for all the other 3 front runners. He took all of them down at the same time.
It's a high side for Nakamura, Hiroki Nakamura there, and almost hit Muhammad Fibrin Shah, almost hit Hiroki Nakamura back in the race, because this is the final lap of the race. Now we are looking at bike number 7, that is Yusuke Nakamura leading the race, and behind him is bike number 3. Bike number 3 is Koko Masharu from the Philippines, and then we have again, I think Muklada is back there in the top 3.
Wow. As this once again come to the back, bike number 7, Yusuke Nakamura. There was the slip up right there.
Well, there's another moment there for, that is bike number 3. That is Koko Masharu Tadaji from the Philippines.
He is out.
He is out right now, but we are still focusing on the group in front, because they are coming to the last corner of the race, and this is the coming to the checkered flag, and it will be
Muklada takes the checkered flag. Well done. Followed by Yusuke Nakamura, Hafiz Nur Azman from Malaysia, P3. Arshad Rusdi from Singapore coming in 5. Number 6, Wanaport from Thailand. Number 7, Saiful Azari from Malaysia. Number 8, Mohammad Fibrin Shah from Indonesia, because the mistake that was made at the last lap. Unbelievable.
Yes, in the water race in Central inside race 1 for ADC. And what a weekend that now we are watching the ARRC here in Central Indonesia. You just can never guess what's going to happen in ADC. And as we saw just now,
Hiroki Nakamura,
yes,
what a sad ending for him, Harami.
Yes, indeed, but congratulations to Mukhtada Sarapwet. She was there from the very beginning. She was there to up the race in front of the group. And then even though a little bit slip up after the crash,
she managed to
Hiroki Nakamura, but still she managed to fight her way in front and to win the race. We can see the side by side with Yusuke Nakamura just now, and also Hafiz Nur Azman from Malaysia.
It was absolutely fantastic till the very last lap, very last corner of the race. It's definitely a fairy tale ending in this race one for Mukhlada from Thailand, from pole to podium, taking the top spot of the podium, winning this race one of the Asia Dream Cup.
We are waiting for the final result. Okay, final result.
Final classifications to find out the finishing and, of course, points they will be collecting in this
yes, indeed.
session.
So, well, what a race.
I'm just doing what, but
lost for words.
Riders like Hiroki Nakamura and Coco, who were there in the top 5, who could have been in contention for the top 5, didn't quite make it with the crash at the last. Let's take a look at the final classification. Mukhlada Sarapot from Thailand takes P1. We've got Yusuke Nakamura P2. Hafiz Nur Azman P3. We've got Yogya from Indonesia P4. Ashrat Yurusri, who came from the back, managed to get P5. We've got Voraport P6. Going down the list, Saiful Azari. We've got Mohammad Fabrin Shah, who was also the top runner, but unfortunately P8, because Zhao Jing coming in with P9. And continuing with the list, going down, we've got Muhammad Hasroy Osman, 11. We've got Robert Matthew from Philippines, 12. Shankar Sarat Kumar from India coming in 13. Lee Yin Ching from Taipei coming in 14. Sedu Rajiv from India, 15. Hiroki Nakamura with 9 laps. Oh dear, 1 last lap, he's out. Coco is out. Jaden Gunawadina from Sri Lanka is also out. And the first rider to be out of this race, Hari Krishnan Rajagopalan from India. We're going to take a short break and come back with the prize presentation for the Asia Dream Cup Championship Race 1.
We have rider from Malaysia, rider from Japan, and a rider from, of course, from Thailand, of course.
Hafiz Nur Azman taking the 3rd step of the podium. And this is Yusuke Nakamura, who put on a very good fight and kept Mukhlada on the edge throughout the 10 laps. And this is the moment she's waiting for, with a big grin on her face and full of happiness. Harmi, she earned it. Would you agree?
She earned it. Yes, of course, indeed. We saw that she battled her way in front, and at one time that she almost lost it. But she shows some character indeed on the track and fighting with the boys and managed to win the race.
Well, with the completion of race 1, with all the points collected, there's definitely going to be some changes in standings.
Of course, but obviously Sarapwet will be there in front because she was before this at the same point. Hiroki Nakamura on top of the standing with 41 points, but as we know that Hiroki did not make it to the finishing line, and with 25 points for Sarapwet, and that will be an advantage for her.
Well, we shall take the current standings after race 1, round 2 of the FIM ARRC. Looks like Mukhlada's on the top with 66 points. Yusuke Nakamura with 60 points. Hiroki Nakamura with 41 points. They've only had completed the lap. We've got Yogya Dio
Syaputra from Indonesia, with 30 points. Then Hafiz Nur Azman is getting placed there, 5th with 29 points. But obviously still early season this year. And well, the point is not very far because the winner will get 25 points. And we are now in round 2. We're going to Japan after this. That will be home ground for Yusuke Nakamura and Hiroki Nakamura. So watch out for Mukhlada Sarapwet.
Fabrin Shah with 19 points.
Yeah, she did. She was on podium in Japan 2 years ago. And this is the rest of the standing for the Asian Dream Cup rider for 2015.
And the Indian riders, we've got Shankar Sarat Kumar, 11 points, and they've all collected points